Hey everyone, this is Daniel,
I'm Jun,
and we are
Korean.
American.
By the way, I don't know if the audience would recognize,
Yeah.
but we always this is not a reuse portion of the recording. We
Oh
always
yeah,
recorded
we do.
every single recording. It's an authentic, one of a kind recording for
If you watch the YouTube, it would be obvious because our
yeah, yeah,
close
yeah.
is consistent.
I know, but it's not reused.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
All right, June, we're back.
we're back. How you been?
How you been?
It's I definitely miss doing the podcast, so
Yeah.
I'm really excited and enjoying today, this moment. But it was also very a good relief and relaxing. And it
Yeah.
also coincided with my band practice because we had a concert, I think I want to say 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, I feel
And
like it
then
was
we
at the very beginning of summer you had a performance.
yeah, and then we decided to have a break.
Uh-huh.
So like the
Oh,
break
that
of the podcast and the break of
band
the
band.
band practice coincided, which was amazing. Like, because my normal day would be
Yeah.
like after work, I would come home. It would be like 6 or 7, have dinner, and then there would always be stuff to do,
Uh-huh.
whether it be like band practicing or podcast editing,
Yeah.
right? Back when we were releasing shorts every day, that was crazy because
Yeah.
it's like long form, short form, band practice, but then all of a sudden there was none. I was like, I have all this time for myself
Yeah.
after work. That was amazing.
So what did you do?
Not much, but I I went to the gym very regularly.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, which was good. Just the fact that I don't have anything to do is just good, regardless of whether I actually do something or not.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, trust me, I know. Yeah.
Now that you ask me what did I actually do, it's kind of embarrassing because I realized that I didn't do much.
No, you recharged. You
I-
rested.
I did,
It's
I
very
did.
important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you?
I mean, just to respond though, like as a stay-at-home dad,
Mm-hmm.
you could think, oh, you have like 6 to 7 hours every day to yourself. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It goes by quick. There are days when it's like, well, I'm not gonna get anything done today.
Yeah.
That's fine. You gotta have those.
Mm.
Yeah, as I think I might have previewed my summer,
Mm.
the first 2 weeks my brother came with his family.
Mm.
And again, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. It's my brother and sister-in-law's first time in Korea in 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 3 kids. It's my nephews and nieces on that side's first time in Korea in their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, whatever, 13, 11, and 8 or
Mhm.
something. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it was really great to. Why are you're about to laugh?
No, because
Have I said this before?
in a personal conversation,
Oh.
but I was always curious because they weren't here for 16 years, so I was very curious to hear what their response was. But I think it's more of a character thing, but they're very nonchalant about stuff.
My
Is
brother
what,
and sister-in-law?
is what you said. At
Oh.
least your sister-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they spent 2 weeks here.
Mhm.
16 years ago, I think they were just here for like about a week on their
Mhm.
honeymoon.
Mhm.
And it's just, when you don't live here, you just like run around, see family, do things.
Yeah.
Like it's so, you don't have the space to really be immersed in the culture. It's a different experience. So. No, but they had a wonderful time. I don't know how deep I want to get into it.
Mhm.
But the thing I'll definitely, of course, we did like Lotte World and all the typical things.
The actual
palace.
amusement park,
We did,
not the
yeah.
department store.
The amusement park.
Uh,
But the thing I'll definitely remember is those 3 kids are super into Pokemon,
uh-huh.
and I didn't realize I had seen a bit on social media just how crazy the Pokemon collectible card game scene was in America.
Mhm.
But they seriously like every free like downtime,
Mhm.
they just wanted to watch YouTube content from a Pokemon creator,
Wow.
or watch a professional match being played.
Wow.
And they just wanted to play me nonstop in the card game, which I know the rules for, so I like played with them.
Are they like physical cards?
Physical cards?
Oh.
Yeah, but there's also the online game which they can play too.
Uh-huh.
And whether they're actually playing competitively or like collecting and trading and selling cards, making money.
Mhm.
My brother's now one of those vendors at Pokemon conventions. Just like
Whoa.
everyone is so crazy into it.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you heard this too, but scalpers, where you just buy things with the intention of reselling it,
Mhm.
even on Facebook Marketplace, apparently if you just have a sealed box of cards,
Mm.
you can sell for twice the price
Mm.
instantly.
So they're the modern day baseball cards.
But way like it's just come on, literally, if you see a thing at face value sold somewhere,
Yeah.
you can buy it and resell it and double your money instantly. So it's just
Such
a crazy
it's such a
frenzy.
good business model. Man. It's the future of hachuping. Did you
Oh,
introduce him to hachuping?
oh God, no. Now, come on, Pokemon, I think is it might be the most valuable franchise brand in the world.
Is it?
Okay, don't quote me on that. But I read at least for
I
a
wouldn't be
cer-
surprised.
at least for a certain genre, it's one of the most expensive brands in the world.
Wow,
Yeah, valuable.
crazy.
So anyway, yeah, that's what their time here was defined by. The middle 3 weeks, our kids were in a camp, so that was pretty uneventful. Just kind of, yeah, same old. But then, yeah, the last 2 weeks we did our Southeast Asia travels. So we went to Bohol in Philippines for 4 nights, and then we went to Kuala Lumpur, had a 2-day layover, and then went to Langkawi, which is like the Jeju Island of Malaysia. So
I've never heard of that place.
yeah, our summer trip was basically 100% ChatGPT. So I just said, Here's where we've been. We'd like to go to beach kid-friendly resort in Asia that we haven't been to. We're based in South Korea. What do you recommend?"
Yeah.
And then they gave us 5. We whittled it down to 2. And yeah, we're just before we leave Korea, which I'll get to later, we're just trying to visit every country at least once. So
Cool. For me, I think I have two big, semi-big life updates.
do I know about them?
Yeah, one. It's not life updates, but
okay, okay.
big updates.
You know what I'm expecting?
No, it's not that. Number one, my cat had full teeth extraction.
Oh,
Finally.
finally. So you've been pushing this off, right?
Yeah, because he had like this gum condition where like his self-immune system kind of reacts to like the plagues on his teeth. So it was like constantly like bloating his gum area,
Inflaming, right?
inflaming. It was going on for a very long time, and it just like got worse and worse and worse. And I of course like consulted with the vet, and we were trying to postpone the teeth extraction as much as possible. But yeah, it came to a point where it's like it's really not worth it anymore, and it's like almost more of like my selfishness than like his happiness.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not here, but he's like a lot more happier,
Oh,
a lot
really?
more animated now. So, and apparently cats can live completely okay without teeth, which
Yeah.
is very amazing. I still like soak his kibbles a little bit so it's softer.
Softer.
But I think I've given him the hard one once in a while, and I think he's okay with it.
Okay.
So that, and the other one was
That-
downer. Oh,
That must be a huge relief, right?
It
Because
is
you
a
were
huge relief.
conflicted whether to do this, is
Yes.
it better or not?
Yeah, yeah.
But you said very definitively he's
Yeah.
much happier.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's great.
The other one is it's a kind of it's kind of downer. It's not a life update.
Okay.
It's just that I went to Portugal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
How's that a downer? What?
because you were expecting like a life update.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
I traveled to Portugal, which was amazing, with 3 other friends.
Yeah.
Went to Lisbon and Porto.
Yeah.
I want to say it's one of the best places I've traveled in.
Wow.
One of the best. Like
High praise, yeah.
yeah, definitely within the top 3, I would say. Yeah.
Wait, let me guess the other 2. Japan.
Yeah, Japan. Yeah.
And I don't know where else you've been. Somewhere in Europe?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yes.
Oh, we have talked about this we have to talk about this at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like they have a very interesting layer of different cultures.
Yeah.
That they had like the Roman Empire influence and then Muslims. And so it's like a very distinctively unique culture.
They also were, pretty big colonizers, so they probably imported culture from their colonies as
Exactly,
well, right? So
yeah.
it's probably an interesting
Yeah.
blend.
And also it's on the more affordable side for Western Europe, while also having a little bit more. I felt it was more safe than other big cities like London or Paris. Although one of my friends got pickpocketed on the very first day.
So
But I want to say it's like partially his fault for being too
don't victim
ignorant.
blame.
But anyways,
Did they lose their passport?
no, but
thank
the
goodness.
Korean credit card system is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they took his wallet and then they immediately tried to make this big purchase. The Korean credit card company immediately recognized that it was like anomaly, and they blocked the transaction and they
wow.
called him.
Yeah, that's
It was just
crazy.
amazing. Yeah.
Just it was inconvenient, but it didn't severely hamper
It
your
didn't,
trip. Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
Mm.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest fears when traveling is losing my passport.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do we keep it in the hotel, or do we keep it on our person?
Yeah.
It can get pickpocketed. And
Mm.
sorry to hear that, but
Mm.
no, that's not a downer at all, June. It sounds
Mm.
like you had an amazing time.
Yes.
How long were you there for again?
Slightly over a week. Mm.
Okay, so June, I did want to dive into both of our Euro trips,
Mhm.
so let's put that on pause.
Okay.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
But before we do that, let's talk about, we obviously took a long break for the podcast.
Yeah.
I also felt very refreshed not having to do it as much as I love it, right?
Mhm.
It was nice to have that break.
Mm.
And then I think, at least in my mind, there was an open question of what's the future? Are we going to continue? If so, at what, cadence, what differences?
Mhm.
Should we try to bring in more longer term guests and co-hosts and things like that?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think we should just give a quick update before we dive into
Yes.
our Europe trips.
Mhm. So we met last week, discuss on the future of the podcast, and I felt like, yeah.
But literally, like during the summer,
Mhm.
we hardly talked. I did think about messaging here and there. But I was like,
Yeah.
let's just wait till the break's over.
But I also knew that you were busy with traveling and all that.
Yeah. It was a busy summer, but at the same time, it's like, and when we did still send some things, right? Oh,
Yeah.
like this would be a fun topic, or how are you doing?
Yeah.
But, yeah, as opposed to our normal like weekly back and forths.
Mm. So yeah, we met last week to discuss the future of the podcast, and I felt like we were pretty aligned in our plans because I had like a little bit of thoughts here and there, and you had too.
Yeah.
And I realized that you were pretty open with what the circumstances would be, but like eventually I think we're pretty aligned.
Yeah.
We didn't have like very different thoughts on it, right?
I think at the base level, we are recording again. So we both felt like we wanted to continue in some form, but make it as light as possible, right? As minimize the burden.
Yeah.
Not to say it's a burden, but there's work, right?
Yeah.
My number one thing was recording times. Monday mornings every week, and then Fridays once a month. It just felt a bit much.
Yeah.
And then also combine that with our very increasing length of our episodes. Like we started with 30 minutes. We've regularly been going past 2 hours now, right? It just the post processing and everything was getting longer and longer.
I want to frame it in a way that it wasn't, not in a way that it was a burden, but we wanted to find a way that it was more sustainable because we enjoy doing this.
Yeah, burden. It was. I'll stand by it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not true, but
I love recording and I love publishing.
Yeah.
But that in between part is the burden.
Yeah. So, wait, we can just hire someone then
Really?
to edit.
Yeah. I feel like I
It would
would
be a
never.
perfect solution.
But June, I would never feel comfortable
I know.
releasing something I haven't listened to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and in light of sustainability, also one of the big topics was predictability for me, at least. We decided to, if we can, shorten the length of the episode recordings, not to a huge degree, but let's say the recent one was more like slightly over 2 hours.
Yeah, we were regularly going
Yeah.
over 2 hours.
But we want to aim it more so that it's like under 1.5 hours, I guess. Yeah. And record 2 episodes on a single day so that we don't have to meet and record every single week, but also publish it in a cadence that is bi-weekly as opposed to weekly publishing from before, which makes it a lot easier for us to record because we're going to record probably in a 1 month cadence, right?
Just once a month, and during the regular daytime, not super early or
Yes.
super late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the real downer, June. We're planning to release every 2 weeks, instead of every week.
Yeah.
I have so much I want to talk about. It's going to be hard. I have to self-censor
Yeah.
or just stay much more focused. But
Other than that, we are trying to have every episode to have a more robust structure.
the way I'd frame it is more predictable
Yeah.
and generalizable
Yes.
structure. So
Yeah.
a lot of the podcasts, I don't, for the audience, I don't have this backlog of like 10 things I have to talk about. There is a backlog of things I want to get to, but it's not, it's not like it was at the beginning. And, I think for the past, let's say, I don't know, 30 episodes or so, we would rotate through these formats, right? A trends episode, a
Yeah.
media review episode, a comment, read, and response episode, daily life episode. And I think the most sustainable and predictable and generalizable way is just to have a single episode template where we just kind of incorporate all the elements.
Yeah.
And, flexibly spend more time on the things that we think are the most interesting.
Yeah.
But-
Of course, if we discover a topic that is worth what?
Like K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah. worth covering for an entire episode, we will.
Yeah.
And also, if we find a guest that we want to invite and talk about something, then we would definitely break out of that format and do that. But our normal episodes would be consisting of daily life, news, trends, and comments read and response. Yeah.
And then I think the two things that break that would be media reviews. I think we should continue to do those.
Yeah.
And then guest episodes will not follow that. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so with that, let's keep going. Yeah, anything else?
We are planning to do a live episode pretty soon, but I think the live is going to come earlier than this episode. So this
don't
is
need
not
to
a
type.
spoiler alert, but I'm pretty excited.
Okay,
Okay.
June, daily
Yes.
life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about our Europe experiences.
Yes.
I have my notes. So I again, in early June, I spent, was it 4 nights, I believe? I went on a 4-night trip to Spain, specifically Mallorca and then Madrid, to see my best friend from childhood get married. And I mentioned briefly, but kind of my crew, or 5 others, so 6 of us total, friends from college.
You were debating a lot whether you wanted to go or not.
I
I'm
mean,
so happy that you decided to go. I know that you wanted to go,
Yeah.
but whether it actually
It was worth it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a sense, with the time and the money and leaving my wife at home with the kids. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very glad I went. The experience was awesome, and I learned so much about the world.
Because it was the first time for you.
Again, it was
Traveling.
literally my first time stepping foot in Europe, which is shocking because I grew up on the East Coast. London's like a 6-hour flight. It's not that far. But my family never traveled growing up. And then once I moved to California and started really traveling, I spent most of my time traveling to Asia. So yeah, it was my first time in Europe. And yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to just go through my notes? Oh, okay. Of course, the flight there was very full of Asians. I made a note though, from the time I got off the plane to arriving at my terminal to take my connecting flight so I flew from Incheon to Madrid, and then my connecting flight to Mallorca, the island. Did not see a single Asian person.
After the connecting flight.
Yeah, no, after I got off my flight
Yeah.
and landed, and I had whatever, like a 3-hour layover at Madrid airport.
I heard that.
I was shocked.
I thought Mallorca was a pretty popular destination for Koreans.
I totally expected to see more.
It's near Ibiza, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're all going to
It
Ibiza.
makes sense then. I was just surprised. And it was a very, Asians aren't a huge, let's say, majority in the US by no means.
Yeah.
It's like, 5% of the population, let's say. But at least in the cities you live in, and for me, daily life, you see Asians everywhere, right? Obviously, being in Korea, June, you see Asians everywhere. It's the homogenous, like, everyone's Asian. And then to suddenly be dropped into this environment where, like, you can very clearly tell you're the only Asian. Yeah, it was just kind of disorienting. But I got over that in, I don't know, an hour or two. But that first hour or two, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember what this can feel like. My second observation was, it was so bright so late. So I think I remember it was 8:45 in the evening, and it felt and looked like it was 6 p.m. Like, it was super bright. Sun was still kind of high in the air.
Same in Portugal.
Weird, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was weird. It's so
Yeah.
late. And I think it starts to connect, what does every American know about Spain? It's that they take like a siesta in the middle of the day, and then they eat really late. They eat at like 10 p.m. dinners. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden it makes sense because it's so sunny and bright and warm. It's just naturally, whatever your circadian rhythm is going to be aligned with the sun. But yeah, I don't know. It was so, again, disorienting. Like, how can it be 9 p.m. and still bright like the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I was surprised in a sense. Like, I was a little bit nervous because I don't speak any Spanish at all.
Mm.
But yeah, English was generally enough to get by.
Mm.
Really is the universal language of the world, I guess.
Interesting.
And so at the airport with people everywhere, there were signs in English, and if I spoke English, yeah, it was just enough.
Yeah, same for me in Portugal. Minus one experience in a supermarket when we were trying to refund something and they had no idea what we're trying to do.
Or they were pretending not to know because they were
I think
funding.
partially, yeah.
Oh, my next bullet point is going to sound kind of risky. Okay, I'm just going to say it. This is going to sound dumb, but Spanish people look like lighter skinned Mexicans. More than in my mind what European was. Yeah,
Wait, like what? Because there are white people in Mexico too. Which Mexicans are you referring to?
That's look. I know so little about the like colonization, like dynamics, and
Yeah.
who came from what,
Yeah.
and like, you know. Anyway, so I will just say I'm very ignorant of this whole thing. But in my mind, Europeans were much more lighter skinned overall. And I guess I'm thinking more North Europe, right? And like Scandinavian
I see.
adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, let's say, the Europeans that founded America, right?
Yeah.
And so I just assumed they'd look more Caucasian. But actually, they look more, again, it's a mix of like Caucasian and what I would say is Mexican. Which actually, I think, to your point, is there's like the indigenous population, the Native Americans that were in Mexico. That might be the true Mexicans. But then they were colonized by Spain, and so
Yeah.
there's a lot of that influence. But yeah, so it's just like, of course, I knew Mexico was a Spanish colony. They speak Spanish, etc. But it just didn't register. Really, it didn't. I was assuming I'd see more Caucasian-looking Europeans, whereas it wasn't at all like that.
I
The
see.
Caucasians stood out a lot too. So yeah, it was in a sense very comforting. Like I call, I don't know.
Why is it more comforting?
I feel like I blend in more. Like, I don't feel as much,
People
let's say,
with color.
I don't feel as much racial like stereotyping around non-Caucasians. Let's say that. Yeah. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I know it's kind of. I'm just being very honest
Yeah.
with my observations and thoughts. But yeah, everyone was kind of tan, brown hair, brown eyes, normal height. Yeah, I didn't feel short. I was expecting to feel very short.
Interesting.
So everyone's just kind of like a little bit lighter skinned Mexicans. And I was like, oh, this is not what I was envisioning for Europe, right? And anyway, this is my perspective.
Was it the same for Mallorca and Madrid too, though?
It felt pretty similar, to be honest.
I see.
Yeah. I think Mallorca obviously is a more like vacation vibe, whereas Madrid is just a big hub in that region. So it felt more relaxed and more like beach apparel and things like that. Of course, while we were in Mallorca, but as far as like the population, it didn't seem that different. And then again, this one's very obvious, June, but so many backpackers.
Oh.
Like it's a stereotype for a reason.
Yeah.
But people with like these massive backpacks,
Yeah.
like jackets are rolled up, like they have their canteen and thing of water.
Are they usually American though?
couldn't tell.
That's what I realized
Oh,
in
yeah.
Portugal.
I did see a lot of people who I assumed would have been American, but that part didn't stand out. I think I also saw a good amount of just European backpackers in general. But yeah, just so many people. I would estimate, I don't know, 15% of the people just were there. They had this massive backpack, and I could tell they were just backpacking across Europe. So, yeah,
Cool.
such a stereotype, but it was kind of fun to see. I can keep going if we want. Let's see. Oh, I thought American, let's say, budget airlines were bad at the upsells. Oh my God. Ryanair? I was about to throw my laptop. It was so frustrating.
Really?
Just like they were so sneaky and, let's say, persistent in their upsells. And like every single last thing costs more.
Oh.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've flown, budget in the U.S. frequently. But it was like, well, what started off as, let's say, $100 plane ticket with, checked-in bags and this thing and this upcharge and this surcharge. And like, are you sure you don't want to buy insurance? And it's like, are you sure you don't want to buy insurance? It's like, are you really sure you don't want to buy insurance? Just like, no, getting through the whole process was just crazy.
How long was the flight?
Oh, from here to Madrid?
No. Madrid to Mallorca.
Mallorca, very short. Yeah. I don't. Very short.
Because that's when I'm assuming you took the LLC.
Yeah. The Ryanair local flight. So anyway, it was just like, for some reason, June, I assumed Europe would be more, let's say, cultured and sophisticated, and that is like, I don't even know what to call it, brutally capitalistically inclined, just trying to squeeze every last dollar from you,
Yeah.
than America. But in fact, I found that it was worse. Okay. I remember landing in Mallorca, took a cab to the hotel, and yeah, the radio. You know what they were talking about on the radio, June? Trump and Elon Musk in Spanish.
They were fighting.
No, but they were the news. I don't know what the content was because it was fully in Spanish.
Yeah.
But it was like Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. Elon Musk. Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. Donald Trump. Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. And it's just like, wow, like American news still dominates the headlines.
Yeah.
Even in Spain. And it was a Spanish news channel, right? It wasn't like they turned on the American news channel for me. Driving through, yeah, on that cab ride, I said, Mallorca felt kind of, it was like a Washington, D.C. vibe to me. So I would describe it as, it's like a city, but it's not like a major big city. It's not like New York or Seoul. There's not these crazy high rises, but it's still like a developed kind of sprawling downtown-esque area.
Well, I'm surprised it's a city.
But yeah, just it kind of felt like a kind of a Washington, D.C. type vibe in that sense.
Because all the pictures that I see of Mallorca
Yeah.
are like these beaches.
Yeah.
Very beautiful beaches.
I think beyond the beach areas, like the entire island has to be pretty developed at this point. So yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting anything actually, but yeah, it gave me that small American city vibe. And I don't know, it might be something with the architecture or whatever, but yeah, it just felt like kind of DC to me. Yeah, my next note, June, coffee in Europe just hits different.
How?
I don't know. Because I'd agree.
They have
Korea,
espresso.
yeah, Korea has a pretty good coffee scene.
It is.
But when I went to get my coffee in this, I Googled around, hey, this place has great coffee and baguettes or whatever. And it was an espresso and I drank it. I was like, wow, it was so strong. And the flavor was so strong and it felt so caffeinated to me.
Yeah.
It was totally different. I've had espresso shots before at Starbucks, let's say, or whatever. But yeah, it just felt different. So much more rich, flavorful, strong. Maybe it's just my mind, but that's one of my notes. And then moving on, I sent you these pictures and messages. Actually, this was before our break, right, from the podcast, but I literally had to stop myself because every minute I was stopping to take a picture. So beautiful.
Yeah.
The streets, just random streets, random buildings, random cafes, just so beautiful. And it's definitely not anything like I've seen in the US from that perspective. And yeah, I'd say, just so stereotypically European beauty. And when I told my wife that, she was very happy to hear because that's what she had actually before COVID hit. We were planning to go to Italy that summer. And that's what she was most excited for me to see and experience. Just like regular everyday beauty everywhere. June, I'm pretty sure you saw this culture too. Randomly graffiti and stickers just everywhere. Did you see that culture?
It is, but you can also see it in like New York, no?
The graffiti maybe,
Yeah.
but the sticker thing of like every stop sign has like 1 million stickers on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't stand out to me in
Really?
American cities I've been in.
I don't know what that is.
Even at one airport, there was a wall dedicated to it, right? Kind of like left alone for this.
Yeah.
It's like literally plastered in these stickers.
Oh.
In my mind, what I was attributing it to is because Europeans have so many different countries and cultures just so close to each other, you're just constantly going everywhere and it's just this big mix and blend. And you just want to kind of like add your mark to it. Like, oh, a Swedish person was here,
Interesting.
German person was here. And
Yeah.
like, just like showing this, I don't know, even melting pot of different backgrounds and cultures and interests, right? That's what I was attributing it to. But that's really just kind of like probably reading too much into it.
But you know what the interesting part is? You never see people actually do it.
I know. Where did it come from?
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool.
Do you have wine? Do you have a lot of wine?
I had one like very fancy meal and we had a nice bottle of wine there. But did I make note of this? No, I don't think I made note of this. Yeah, they're drinking at every meal.
Yeah.
At all times of the day.
And it's very affordable. That was
The
one
wine's
of
cheaper than the water.
It is. It is
It literally
literally.
is. Yeah.
And it's so good.
It's so good.
Even the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just having sangria, whatever, like all hours of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I don't know if it's actually cheaper than the water. Basically the same price.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, two more notes. They take their chocolate very seriously. At least compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, they have these like chocolate shops and chocolatiers or whatever, and they just they have the whole history behind it. It's almost like a craft to them. And what of course it makes sense. I think all these fancy chocolates are from Europe, but at least for me, what I'm used to is just like Hershey's or like say Ghirardelli, or Trader Joe's has like the sea salt and whatever chocolate. It's just like good chocolate, but that's what I think of as chocolate, and I think they take it to a next level. Oh, this is when I felt very uncultured, and I think you would have had a much better time, not only traveling with my friends but also just exploring. It's just this quote. I think I was touring one of the Prada Museum, and just like. They will randomly insert phrases like this, like
Prada is like the luxury brand. Prada?
No, El Prado. Let me look it up. Not Prada, but Prado. Yeah, that's right. It's the Prado Museum. But the tour guide's talking, and they'll just intersperse this kind of sentence everywhere, which is like, oh, but it's like modern, but no one really likes very modern architecture anymore, or whatever. Just like stuff that I have no opinion on and have never had an opinion on because I'm uncultured. But that stood out to me as this example of just they just take it for granted that everyone has some baseline understanding of a lot of these things that I don't have as an American, I think. So okay, that ended my official notes on my Spain trip.
I think I have a lot of similar observations. I don't know. To begin with, I saw so many Americans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Portugal.
In Portugal. Like, my feeling was that almost half of the white Caucasian-looking travelers were using American accent English.
Okay.
That was very interesting because I thought that only 30% of the American population has a passport or something. I just thought that they don't do a lot of international traveling, but I did see a lot of Americans.
But even if it's only 30%, June, it's 400 million people.
Yeah.
That's still twice the size of...
And I think they all travel to Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, it would still be more than twice the size of Korea.
Yeah. Why?
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Did they look like tourists or were they digital nomads?
They definitely look like tourists to me. Yeah.
There's
Families,
There's a huge digital nomad population in Portugal right now.
American digital nomad population?
I think significant American population within that. Wow. So,
because of what, tax reasons?
They were one of the earlier places that I think a lot of digital nomads during COVID or remote work were we're gonna move to Portugal. So
I can see that.
I think like you were mentioning, the affordability and just it's such a beautiful country and maybe rent's not that bad and things like that. So
and they used to give out visas very easily. Yeah, the wine definitely, it was so cheap. Like a bottle of good wine would be I don't know, less than $5 and it would still be a lot better than a very expensive wine here in Korea.
Yeah.
And they have their own genre of white wine and they call it green wine.
Green?
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
It's not tinted green, it's white wine, but I think green refers to the freshness of it.
Oh, interesting.
So it's harvested very early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like gochujang kimchi. It's not fermented.
It is kind of gochujang. It's a gochujang wine.
Which I like. Fresh wine.
It's fresh wine.
Okay.
So good. And
Sorry, is it actually is there alcohol or is it just kind of like grape juice?
Or it's alcohol.
It is alcohol.
Yeah, it's just straight on fermented. Yeah, white wine. Yeah.
I once had a Napa Valley just grape off the vine. Oh my god.
Just the actual fruit.
Yeah, that eventually becomes wine. This grape is just I can't even describe how it tasted. It was incredible.
Good?
So good.
Oh, good.
It's sweet and it was just so delicious. It's 역시 this is different.
For some reason, I always imagined that the grape that they use to make wine is not edible that way. But it's really good.
I would have thought the same, but they were like, oh yeah, have one. It's on a tour or whatever.
Wow.
So good. Anyway, sorry.
Speaking of grapes, anyway, the price of produce was so surprisingly low. We went to a supermarket and bought a box of cherries.
Okay.
And you know how expensive cherries are in Korea, right?
Let's say I would guess a box is about iman won. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
about $20.
1 point something euros.
For a box?
for a box.
That's cheap.
That was
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, first of all, produce in Korea is expensive.
It is
right?
expensive.
Because everything's imported.
Yeah.
But even compared to like my reference point, which is California 5 years ago,
Yeah.
that's nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
a whole box for $1.
That was crazy. Weather was amazing. It got pretty hot in prime daytime, but even if it is hot, the humidity is so low.
yeah,
So if you
yeah.
just go into the shade, it's very 시원해.
How would you compare Portugal weather to Bay Area? Because
Bay Area.
geographically, to me, they're kind of similar. They're like a peninsula-esque with the ocean on their left. Yeah.
I want to describe their sunlight
Uh-huh.
is more intense
Uh-huh.
than the Bay Area sunlight for some reason. I don't know. Maybe
It's
it's just a
closer to
feeling.
the equator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think.
I don't think Portugal,
Is it?
Lisbon is,
Okay, okay.
especially not Porto.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's actually more north than Bay Area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty similar to Seoul, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I was very surprised that in Portugal, the stores open until very late. Because in my stereotypical mind, Europe, if you think of Europe, they all close very early.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I saw like Starbucks open up until like 11 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
My stereotype of Europe is that, yeah, things, because they eat so late, things just open late and close late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they open late too?
I don't know. I woke up late.
That must have meant you had a good night. Yeah.
I think there's throughout Portugal, there's this very interesting vibe I want to describe of
Yeah.
this once very powerful, rich, but not anymore vibe.
Oh, interesting. You felt that.
Yeah, very, because you see it in like the architecture and like the buildings and the decorations that are so elaborative
Yeah.
inside the churches and whatnot. And like, so you kind of automatically go into this like time slip of imagining how powerful once this empire was. But it's kind of like you feel like that kind of nostalgia a little bit, and that vibe is very unique. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's all about how they discovered that
Oh, you didn't have to.
shipping route
Uh-huh.
all the way to India to import pepper
Instead
mostly.
of having to go like south around Africa.
I think that's the route that they discovered.
Covered? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because before that, they had to import it because obviously it's coming from India all the way to Portugal.
Which is on the very far left.
It has to go
west.
through all of the countries. So they're at the very end of the whatever trade system.
That's true, yeah.
So it got so expensive. So they had to like create this direct route to go to India.
Yeah.
And when they did, like, I would imagine how happy that they would they would have been like, oh my God, amazing. There's this one person, I forgot his name, but it's like he's like the national hero who discovered this
That route.
Yeah. And all the money that came from it. Oh, the subway system was very interested in that it was completely based on a trust system. The way that you take subways is that you pay for the ticket and then you have to authenticate that ticket to get into the subway. But it's not like a gated system. There's just a kiosk
Yeah.
at like a random corner
Yeah.
and you just have to tag it and take the subway.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, if you didn't want to pay, I think you
didn't
just
have to.
like you didn't have to, but it's like a trust
Interesting.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, that would never work in America.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
You know, my trip was kind of a long time ago at this point, so some things you said are sparking things in me. Did you happen to visit like a church or a basilica
Yes,
or
I did. Yeah.
incredible, right?
It's incredible.
For you, it must hit different because of your architecture background.
Yeah.
But for me, maybe my spiritual background like makes it hit. But
Oh.
it's just so awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
These things took hundreds of years to
I
build
know, right?
by hand.
So extravagant.
And you just look at it, you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
I always stop to think the power of religion
Yeah.
and what made people do this, right? It wasn't even money, right?
What was Portugal's history there? Were they also like heavily the Catholic Church? And because Spain has that very famous, Spanish Inquisition period, and it's like hyper vigilant and hyper religious in that
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, again, it's Portugal has a very unique history in that it's a mixture of different layers
Yeah.
of history. Like once it was conquered by the Roman Empire, and then the Muslims, and then Christianity. So it's like all a mix of that. So if you see churches in Portugal, there's a little bit of like that mosque feeling
Oh,
also,
really?
which
Yeah.
is so
That's
interesting.
interesting.
But it's like a church inside,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
June, how many times have you been to Europe now, including this trip?
Europe? Wow, that's an interesting question. Close to 10?
10?
Yeah.
So you've been to a lot of countries before.
It's like a typical like Korean college student thing
Oh,
to
I
do
remember
like
you
the
mentioned
Europe
this.
trip.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
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 So you did that either pre-college or during college Euro trip.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And so that's
Yeah.
when you probably hit a lot of the countries up.
Yeah, and then I did another like architectural pilgrimage when I was in grad school.
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I more than anything while I was there, and this is not just lip service. Like I was just like, I can't wait to bring my family and be here with my wife and
Oh.
kids and just experience this together.
Yeah.
It's I all the stereotypes in my mind are kind of true. Like they figured it out. Like you don't live to work, you work to live. Kind of everything's a little bit laid
Spain
back.
especially, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're known for, right? Just really enjoying life. But their cities are still very developed and modern, and yeah, it's still very very wealthy country. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say. My experience actually of the prices was different, and I guess I didn't leave the city areas or the touristy areas, but it was quite expensive.
Oh, was it?
Hotels, meals, everything.
I would imagine that for Mallorca.
Yeah, even Madrid too. I guess it honestly felt comparable to the U.S. For whatever reason. Maybe this is ignorant. I was expecting it to be cheaper, like maybe 80% of what the U.S. would be. It felt almost exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the same for me. It was the same for me for Portugal, but compared to Korea,
Yeah.
I imagine it would be cheaper than Korea, but
Yeah.
it was pretty much the same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Except for why were
Which-
the produce? The produce is so cheap.
Yeah, except for the produce. Yeah.
Okay. What was the best meal you had there? If you remember.
There was this one night where me and my friends we were like, just F it, we're going to a Korean supermarket. And we got like spaghetti
Oh,
and
you
then
found it?
ramen.
Basically, Pyeongjam dinner.
That was amazing. But no, that was like half jokingly, but that was an amazing meal. But my best the best meal was they figured out how to perfect octopus.
Octopus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
Because
know.
if you have octopus in Korea, it's good, but
Yeah.
it's still very chewy. The
Yeah.
texture is very chewy. But they somehow figured out a way to make it so tender and light and creamy.
Yeah. Is
yeah,
it the same? It might be a different like species of octopus,
It
whatever
might be.
they are.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
agree.
just amazing.
Oh, the good octopus.
Yeah.
Spain was similar. Like the tapas, like an octopus dish is a very famous tapas thing. So good.
Yeah.
We went to a restaurant. I want to try to find a picture of it. Oh, oh my God, there's so much I forgot. Hold on. Corral de la Morea.
What?
It's
Is
like
that the name of the restaurant?
Yeah, it's like a traditional, I believe traditional, Spanish like dance performance.
Oh.
And so they had like two singers doing vocals, but mostly like they're two vocals, like a guitar player, and then a woman dancer, male dancer.
Oh, cool.
It was so cool. It was so
What's
awesome.
like? Is it like a?
Tap dance kind of thing.
Is it a polka dance? Is that Spanish?
polka to me is like
Oh, is that Russian?
Scandinavian.
Oh, sorry.
like North Russia. But it was so fun and just like so
Oh, no.
vibrant.
Flamenco.
Yeah, it was flamenco.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You are right. It was
Yeah.
flamenco. So it was a flamenco performance, and yeah, just super fun. And it was like a Michelin star dinner.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it was the food was awesome, and the performance was cool. So that was one of the, I guess, standout meals. Obviously, the wedding and the wedding catering. I heard my friend catered from a Michelin star restaurant as well, or kitchen. So the food there was also just incredible. But the other thing I forgot to mention was we went to Segovia. And what Segovia, it's like an hour train ride. And what they're known for is the aqueducts. It's like one of the most
Oh.
well preserved from the Roman aqueducts.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just like I could still teleport to both the basilica we visited
Mm-hmm.
and the aqueducts.
Mm-hmm.
Just like so awe-inspiring.
Oh.
And the fact that it's still there in good condition,
Mm-hmm.
just like thinking through the engineering behind it. But it's just like this constant reminder that I guess like Rome had conquered this and had developed so much. And it was just like such a dominant
Mm-hmm.
empire of
Mm-hmm.
its time, which it definitely hits different when you're there physically versus just reading about it or whatever, like I did growing up. So, yeah, those are definitely two things I will never forget. I hope.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, that was our daily life segment for this episode. I think in future episodes we'll tackle other parts of our summer.
Yes.
But let's move on to news and trends.
News and trends.
June, there were 3 news headlines I wanted to cover,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all kind of Korean American.
Which is
On theme, I guess. I don't know if there was any Korean news you wanted to cover. Outside of the 3 things we'll discuss, the most recent thing is like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged.
oh,
It's like I don't really care for celebrity culture, but I can't deny this is like probably one of the biggest celebrity couple wedding announcements maybe ever. I don't know. I'm not like a pop culture person, but I don't know. The immediate comparison that jumped out for me was when the Crash Landing on You actors and actress got together.
oh,
It
they
was
did.
like
Oh,
Son
Son
Ye-jin
Ye-jin and Hyunbin.
Yeah. Anyway, but this is like mega news. Like,
Is it?
people are crying. Like Taylor Swift is so big. It's hard to even explain. Just so big. And I think especially with all the I don't know political climate in the U.S. right now too. Yeah, their couplehood was under like intense pop culture scrutiny over the last year, whatever. But yeah, they got engaged. I didn't want to spend much time on it, but I wanted to know: did you know that they got engaged, and did this news reach Korea?
I don't think Taylor Swift is as big as you would imagine to be in Korea, but I did see it here and there in social media.
Okay.
in the most random way.
Yeah.
Because I follow like, do you know what Figma is?
Yeah, of course.
It's like the design tool
Yeah.
account. They like celebrated it
Oh.
in their official account.
Everyone was congratulating them.
And the way that
like,
they
that's
did
how
it,
big it is.
and the way that they did it was so clever because they like used like their Figma UI
Oh.
and like they right clicked on like that engagement photo
Yeah,
and show
yeah.
like group group content or something.
I mean, that's how big they are,
Yeah.
right? Can you imagine? I don't know, like Samsung from their official account congratulating on a wedding.
Yeah.
Not just them, every brand is doing something to like catch a bit of the halo effect from that event.
So weird.
Yeah, celebrity culture. Sometimes it's like idol culture in Korea. You think like, oh, it's too extreme. They're crazy. But then you see something like this, and it's just like it's kind of universal.
Yeah.
It's just maybe who they idolize is a bit different.
Mhm.
But okay, sorry. Yeah, we have to move on. Getting into the 3 headlines. Number 1, maybe we'll go backwards. The Korean president met Donald Trump, I believe, at the White House. I think I
Yes.
saw the pictures.
Yeah,
So I don't know what your take on that was, or what the Korean population's take on that was. I can shed a little bit of what the American reaction was, but yeah.
Honestly, I sort of like moved away from politics after like the whole turmoil from like the martial law to like the impeachment and everything. Because I feel like I no longer can trust news anymore.
Oh, really?
Because there's so many stark different opinions.
Yeah, yeah.
And they skew it in a way that it's so you can see it in so many different complete opposite perspectives.
Yeah.
So I start to think that I don't even know what the truth is anymore. So I stopped looking at the news. I know that it happened. I know that, of course, like the conservatives are very criticizing of it, and like the Democrats are like praising everything. So I don't really know what it really happened.
Yeah.
But what was surprising is that the current president is from the Democratic Party, and they're traditionally more pro-China.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say anti-America, but definitely more pro-China, which sort of is anti-America in a way, and like pro-North America.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you would imagine like you can imagine the demeanor of the president and how he would be like in front of the American president. But it was completely unexpected from my point of view, because at least acted as if he's like
Very
very pro
pro-America.
America.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if you see the recent news of like Donald Trump meeting all these world national leaders, it's kind of unsettling to
Yeah.
see like the American
Arrogance,
attitude.
attitude. Yeah,
It feels like it feels kind of wrong.
yeah,
And we all knew that it was what it was. It was how it was. Like, but no one was so overtly trying to make it so obvious,
yeah.
right? That's kind of unsettling and uncomfortable to see. Yeah. And
Did it
of
hit
course,
different?
yeah.
Did it hit different for you seeing like the Korean president? I mean, Zelensky, for example, that was very well publicized. How rude and disrespectful and uncultured and uncouth
Yeah.
Trump was with his
And so I think he
conversation.
set a very good example. Like Trump set a very good example.
Yeah.
If you try to not suck up to me,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what you're gonna
Yeah.
get. So after that, everyone, all the president
I
was
see,
meeting
I
Donald
see.
Trump, and that scene is kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother you that much when, let's say, he's super respectful and polite and overly complimentary towards Trump and America in front of him, because that's what he has to do as a diplomat in a sense.
I think it's good for the country,
Yeah.
and it is reality, but reality kind of sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. But would you say his party, in a sense, like the news was criticizing him for that? Like, oh, how is he sucking up to Trump and America when, he's
No.
supposed to be more pro-China?
I think modern Korea is at a point where it's so obvious that we're so intertwined with whatever the US decides to do. So I think even the more progressive political parties would want us to be aligned with what America's trying to do.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's hard to avoid at this point. Yeah.
One of the headlines that came out was, I think, the Korean president agreed to, I don't know, like $150 billion investment in some manufacturing in America.
Yeah.
And, quite frankly, when you compare that to, let's say, like the Canadian response right now to Trump,
Yeah.
like open mockery,
Yeah.
like no one travel there, boycott their products,
Yeah.
right? They're very like up in arms about it. And so when you see Korea's response where it's like, no, let's just like play nice, do whatever we can,
Yeah.
let's get along, despite the disrespect, despite whatever, the corruption.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what your take is on that, and like how Korea in general would respond to that.
I think Canada might have their own unique like political and economic relationship to America, coming from the fact that they're sharing a border. But Korea is also very unique in that we are heavily reliant on the military defense
Yeah.
factor to the US. So that plays a huge part, and not to mention economy and all that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of, I think, the response from the American media I saw, which was, of course, like some of the, let's say, the Democrats in America were, I guess, kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
Trump tweeted this thing
Yeah.
that was kind of like completely garbage about Korea before the meeting.
Yeah.
And then afterward, he said like, oh, like, fine people, like it's
Yeah.
all great.
Yeah.
But he brought up all these things around like comfort women.
Yeah.
And he gave him a MAGA hat. Like,
Yeah.
these things are just
Yeah.
like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think, yeah, even though maybe it's easy, I think, for Americans sitting in America to say like, oh, that, the Korean president should have more of a backbone. He should have pushed back. He should
Yeah.
have been like this.
Yeah.
That's easy when you're living in America, right?
Yeah.
But I think the reality is, like you said, Koreans get it, right? Like you just do whatever helps Korea
Yeah.
at whatever cost,
Yeah.
and swallow your pride or whatever it might be. Yeah, I think it's a smart move. At least that's my.
It is a
personal
smart move.
A feeling.
That also leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Of course, yeah.
Also very surprised of his stance towards North America in relation to Donald Trump. He actually said that you should go meet Kim Jong Un, which is a very
Oh, North
interesting,
Korea.
yeah, very interesting thing
Yeah.
for a Democrat president to say.
Oh, is being pro-China? I thought that was also aligned with pro-North Korea.
I traditionally,
Yeah.
presidents from the Democratic Party would want them to meet Kim Jong Un themselves,
yeah,
than
yeah.
to tell the American president to go
got
meet
it.
him. Yeah,
Oh, okay, because it's the anti-America
Yeah.
angle. I get it.
yeah,
Yeah, the second headline was Sung Hyun Min
Oh, he went
He's now, I think, one of the
MLS.
highest paid MLS players.
Yeah.
Playing in LA,
Mm.
which is like every Korean American's dream, right? For him to be in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. And he's off to a good start too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there was any other thing I was missing there because obviously I don't follow soccer in Europe very closely.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he left a bit abruptly. Like maybe he wanted to stay, but the team was going in a different direction with either the Spurs or in the EuroLeague in general. And then he ended up going to America. So yeah, I mean, as an American, it's just like super thrilled.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting to watch Son in person. One of the best players in MLS is now a Korean player, right? And you know, I just it's awesome that he's in LA too. So from that perspective, pretty much all good. I was wondering if there was any sad sentiment from the Koreans.
No, I think Korean people are usually. I'm not a huge soccer fan.
Yeah.
But I think Korean people are generally just happy with his decision, and I
Yeah.
think it was a very good trade deal for him as well.
Yeah.
Considering his career path,
Mm-hmm.
he traded with almost the same value compared to how he was traded into the Tottenham Spurs. But considering his age and everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. He retained his value
yeah,
in a
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Mm.
And no, like I think people are happy for him.
Okay.
Like, there's a huge Korean American population there, so
Of
it
course,
just makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
That was one of the conspiracy theories. Yeah, now that his playing days are winding down, he has to think about the next phase of his life.
Oh, marriage.
Which, very famously, his dad's had like a no dating policy while he plays.
Yeah.
And it's also crazy that a dad can still impact his 30-year-old son. But that's the Korean mentality, right? But yeah, they're like, he's going to LA to get married. Okay.
Yeah.
I think in my mind, right, definitely clearly the European soccer leagues, more prestigious and better than America. So I was wondering if Koreans were a little disappointed that it's over, but
I don't think so.
okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, on the second note, I do feel like soccer in America is finally starting to grow, and a lot of data supports it, right? Baseball's declining, hockey's declining, but soccer is growing very rapidly. And so, yeah, just having like just Messi and Sung Min and players like that come to America, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Korean, a lot of Korean people in LA or California.
Yeah.
Do you know that this burger brand opened up in the Orange County, in
I
California?
think it was Fullerton.
Fullerton.
Yeah. Which might be in Orange County. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loteria.
Loteria, which is notoriously known in Korea to be the worst.
Bad,
burger chain.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so interesting.
And then, did you see 2-hour-long wait opening day?
I know.
Yeah.
What is it about? It's like everything everything is so in
Anything
trend.
Korea touches is golden.
Yeah. Such a bold move, though.
I'm surprised. Yeah. I mean, I would never eat at Loteria.
Yeah. But I bet that they serve different menus there, or at least better quality menus there.
I read, for example, like the patties are a little bit thicker,
Yeah.
more meat
Yeah.
in America. But if it's the same sauce or like shrimp burgers, I just don't see it having broad appeal. Yeah. I think it's a good test for how strong the K wave is globally or whatever if that Loteria stays in business. Because if it's going to succeed anywhere, it would be there because there's so many Koreans. But I suspect it's not going to do very well. Unless they heavily cater the menu items and options to Americans.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I have some trends.
Yes.
I love the trends thing.
Yeah. What are some trends these days?
I categorize them into language, fashion, food, tech, and media.
Amazing. Yes.
I think I did talk about this in the Pyong episode, but one of the very trending languages right now is Egen Teto.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
This even made my radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egennam Tetonam,
Yeah.
which I think is the dumbest thing ever.
I know.
Because it's not even a appropriate way to shorten it, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm already I think Korean people are kind of fed up with it already. The Egen Teto
So
thing.
this you think will not last very long?
I don't think so.
Just for our audience again,
Yeah.
Egin is more estrogen
Yeah.
and Teto is more testosterone.
Yeah.
So I think it's specifically trying to refer to what kind of energy you bring to
Yeah.
a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So you can be a more manly man or a more feminine man. or more, yeah, manly woman or more feminine woman.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's all I know. I don't know more than that. Is there a lot more to it than that?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Do they think like Teto Nam should be with a Teto Ya?
No, it's not. I don't think it's like a matchmaking thing.
It's not
yeah,
at all.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's a new Myers-Briggs.
is there a test for it? No, you just.
There is.
Oh, there
but
is.
It's just like kind of like in a jokingly way.
What's an example? Like, do you expect your partner to pay for your meal, or like, do you bring flowers on a date? Like, what's an example question from it?
Imagine it was. I remember it being like maybe like you go to a restaurant, you find the hair in your food. Do you call the manager or not, or something like that? Yeah.
And if you do call them out, that's more Teto.
If you do call, it's more again.
Again,
And if you just don't care, it's more teto.
wait, this might be more interesting than I thought.
Oh,
Maybe we
really?
should do the test, and not now, but in a future episode.
Okay.
Right? Okay, because in my mind, manly energy,
Mhm.
it's like, I'm not going to stand for this, like, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's manly energy in my mind. But in your mind, it's like,
Because it's like more like
being chill.
care and energy.
yeah, care versus energy. Yeah. Oh, care and energy.
Yeah.
I see.
And
I agree
therefore,
with
it's
that.
the more again. I
Interesting.
think. Yeah.
But, making a fuss about it versus letting it slide,
Mhm.
it's just more, I think, more active versus passive.
Mm.
And in that sense, my immediate thought was like,
Maybe
oh,
I'm wrong, but
I don't know.
yeah.
No, I think you're right. Like
Yeah.
the care and energy is
Yeah.
more like, yeah,
Yeah.
where's the manager?
Yeah.
Like, I have a hair, and the,
Yeah.
the dude's just like chill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. No, but I think the reason why is it would be interesting what maybe Korean society considers the, again, estrogen energy versus the testosterone energy
Mhm.
for men and women,
Yeah.
compared to what I would think it would be like in the US.
It could be different. Okay, moving on. There's another language thing. I don't think you've heard of this.
Mhm.
Do you know what 영포티 is?
Young poti?
Mm.
Oh yeah, young 40s.
Young 40s.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is though? Do you know what it means?
Like 40s is the new 30s type thing?
Oh no, it's
No?
a derogatory term.
Oh, it's derogatory.
Yeah,
No, no.
that young people call men in their 40s.
Oh,
Who-
dude.
Try to act that they're very young.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 영포티. Especially in terms of
ashamed.
their fashion, I think.
Yeah.
They're like snapbacks, snapback hats.
Yeah.
And like their love for Marvel characters and like sneaker collecting.
Like they never grew up in a sense.
Yeah, they're all like
interesting.
young 40.
There's a new family that moved to Korea near us that
Mhm.
we happen to have some connection with. I'll talk about them more in a future episode.
Mm.
But I just have to bring this up. At one point, the daughter said to the dad, or to the mom about the dad,
Mhm.
is dad dresses like Adam Sandler. Which is so like accurate to not only him, but like we're the same age and
Yeah.
generation. To me too.
Is that not how all like West Coast dads dress like?
Oh, it's kind of like it cut to the core. 'Cause it was so accurate, and then honestly, kind of embarrassing.
Mm.
Like we all dress that way, right?
It's like cargo
yeah,
shorts.
baggy shorts.
Yeah.
Either long jean shorts or basketball shorts.
Yeah.
With a t-shirt and a basketball cap.
That's young booty.
So I was gonna say it's the Adam Sandler look.
Yeah.
Which is just so accurate, it's so perfect. Sadly, I fall directly into that bucket. So
You're wearing was a post archive
Oh, this is the
faction
most-
today.
this is the most expensive T-shirt I've ever owned, June. So
Okay,
a young putty, but it is derogatory.
it's
Okay,
derogatory.
I didn't know that.
Moving on to food. I think this is an international trend, not only in Korea but also in the US.
Mhm.
I think you can guess.
No, off that, tacos.
No.
There's a lot of
it's
tacos.
Asian.
Asian is trending.
It's an Asian thing.
Saying it's an Asian thing?
What?
What?
This food is an Asian
Oh, it's an
thing.
Asian food.
Yeah. And you can put it almost everywhere.
Kimchi.
No, in drinks,
What?
in dessert.
No, I don't know.
It's the matcha trend.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's huge in the US, but it's
Yeah.
also, it made it to Korea as
Is
well.
it?
Yeah, it's matcha.
Oh, I have
everything.
not noticed myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I kind of hate the fact that now they're calling it matcha in Korea too.
Yeah. Oh, it used to be called
Malcha.
malcha.
Because it's just a Chinese word, and the way that Japanese read it is matcha.
Yeah.
But if you read it in Korean, it's supposed to be
Malcha.
malcha. Yeah.
but now it's becoming the Japanese version.
Now Koreans are calling it matcha as well, which
Yeah.
I don't really like.
Mhm.
But that's a trend. Everything matcha.
So not just drinks, but like desserts
Everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Matcha this, matcha
Yeah.
that. Do you have anything to say on?
I like matcha.
Okay, there's a matcha trend. Do you know that there was this ridiculous social media Gen Z trend where they would order a matcha drink and just splash it in the ground and take a picture of it?
No, never heard of that. In
I
Korea
don't-
or in the US?
In the US. I just
Yeah.
don't yeah,
So
I just
wasteful.
don't understand.
Gen Zs.
Moving on to tech. Maybe it's just because I work in an AI company, and I think this is a very interesting tech trend that I sensed recently.
Mhm.
Is that a lot of people are using Gemini now over ChatGPT.
Oh, really?
Gemini is really good.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and I find myself using Gemini a lot too now.
I have a very clear causal reasoning for that, though.
Why is it?
It's because Korea has a disproportionate percent of Samsung users, and the default
Oh.
AI on Samsung phones is Gemini.
Oh,
And
really?
so yeah, it's just by default it's available and accessible.
But I just think that the quality
Yeah.
is a lot of the times better than ChatGPT. Yeah.
Well, to that point, clearly ChatGPT, like Korea's behind the US, I think has the most paid users in
Yeah.
the world. So that would also highlight to me Koreans' natural propensity
Mhm.
to just switch.
Yeah.
Whereas Americans are kind of like, I would say, lazy.
Mhm.
Whatever they use first, if it's good enough,
Yeah.
they're just going to keep using. But
Mhm.
Koreans are like trying to optimize what's the best, what's better, what's cheaper.
Mhm.
And they're just willing to switch.
Mm.
Yeah. But that's cool. Yeah, yeah. I personally do believe Gemini is probably just as good, if not better.
Mhm.
I'm just locked into ChatGPT. Like until it really fails me,
Mm.
I'm just going to keep using it.
I think the tone is a bit different to me.
Mm.
I think ChatGPT is more casual.
Yeah.
Gemini is more professional for some reason.
And I feel like that also aligns with society.
Yeah. Fashion trend. Do you know this word called crochet?
I know what crochet is, but no.
You know what crochet is?
It's like the loose weaving
Yeah.
material fabric thing. Yeah,
And
knitting.
everything crochet was very in trend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the clothes. So like if you wear a Hawaiian shirt,
Yeah.
you're a 영포티.
That is true in the US too. Yeah.
But if you wear a crochet shirt, you're more
cool.
in trend. Yeah.
Okay.
So everything crochet was very trending. Do you
I've
know?
noticed one thing. I feel like more this year,
Mhm.
but just like sleeveless for mostly for women, but
Mhm.
a little bit for men too.
Mm.
Just more willing to show like bare shoulders, bare arms.
Mm.
Just stood out. Maybe it's even hotter,
Yeah.
but it's just feeling more acceptable.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I think is good.
Mm. Another fashion, I don't even know if this is a fashion trend, but do you know what Labubu is?
Yes, of
you
course.
probably know.
Of
Yeah.
course, anyone with kids. Dude, Labubus are so expensive and
Yeah.
they're so crazy.
They're Chinese, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's so interesting.
And there's even there's even a market now, June.
Mhm.
Again, our friends just are visiting. We met up with them from the U.S.
Mhm.
There's a market for like Labubu repair now.
Yeah.
because they're expensive, right? So
Yeah.
you can repair them. But also Labubu accessories is a huge business. Kind of like Crocs ushered in the Jibbit era,
Mhm.
right? Those little things you can stick in. There's a
Mhm.
huge market behind that
Mhm.
now. Labubus are so popular.
Mhm.
There's a platform. They're a platform now for like Labubu accessories. It's nuts. Yeah.
Did you grow up in the Beanie Baby
Beanie
era?
Babies or Trolls before that, yeah.
Were you in the Furby era?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
I was in all these eras. As you might expect, my family never had any. Dude, as far as disposable income my parents spent on me growing up, June,
Yeah.
zero. Yeah.
Look how well you grew up.
Oh.
With zero investment.
Wait,
Demon
sorry,
Hunter.
Labubus are big in Korea too.
Yes.
Ah, interesting.
But not for kids. For Gen Z.
For like
Kids and like
right?
the 20s, the teens to 20s.
For the gu though,
The
like
ghouls,
put it on your
yeah.
bag. So
Yeah,
you can show it off.
that's why I put it in the fashion.
Ah,
trend,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, for media, of course, K-pop Demon Hunters. And also, this is already out of trend, but for about 2 months ago,
Yeah.
this new font in Instagram called Rosalia,
What? Only you would recognize this
it was so trendy. Everyone was using this font,
for their Instagram like posts or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Interesting.
Rosalia. It's already out of trend though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you describe it? Like, why? What do you think made
had,
it?
it
so
had a
popular?
very Gen Z vibe.
Gen Z
I think
vibe. Okay, that makes sense.
it's this font.
Oh,
You
I don't
recognize it?
recognize it.
Mm.
But I'm not on social media that much these days.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Food wise, I was gonna mention because we're drinking zero drink.
Everything zero.
I see Jero everywhere too now.
Yeah.
Like it's not just drinks, it's
Mhm.
extended to food.
Mm-hmm.
So before I think maybe the low carb thing was not that popular in Korea, right? But now it's everywhere. No carb kimbap. I think I saw no carb sushi, which is like just like not nigiri but sashimi or other things.
They call it keto
Oh, here.
sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, but is it different than jero? Because I saw it marketed as jero.
Oh, maybe.
Even like the poke salad place now, they have the option to have like no carb kind of tofu based noodles or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So it's just everywhere
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
They have a 0-calorie popsicle.
yeah. You've talked about this.
It's a godsend in summer. Zero guilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for news and trends.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next segment. It's so nice having it, no? Having the same format.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this, the scalable, uniform format for our episodes. We want to pick one, listener, whatever, message, email, etc. So many to pick from, so this is probably gonna be one of the hardest things to do. But yeah, we received an email this morning or yesterday. I don't know what parts we should read. So yeah, we'll try to be careful when we read comments from our listeners, but this is from someone who a year ago moved from Korea to the US in the Atlanta area. And it said she went from being a working mom to a 전업 mom, which I don't know what that means.
Full time.
Oh, full-time mom. Okay. And yeah, I mean, quote, your content not only helped me understand the culture here in America and broadened my perspective on people around me, including Korean Americans, but also made my life feel so much richer and fun, especially right when I suddenly became a stay-at-home mom and started feeling a bit bored. Driving my kid to school, sipping coffee alone in a quiet house, I can't imagine my life without your podcast. And then, Jun, do you want to read the next paragraph?
Here's a funny story I wanted to share with you. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
My parents, both in their 60s, started watching your videos from episode 1 after visiting me in the States this past summer. Also, they live in Korea, right? They saw me genuinely spending my every free moments listening to your talks, and now they are your fans in Korea too. In parentheses, I think my dad understands 80 to 90% of your talks, which is very impressive. But my mom maybe only 20 to 30%, but still enjoys. Now sometimes I even chat with them about your episodes, which I think is pretty amazing and cool. I think it's pretty amazing and cool too.
This is very amazing and cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like this woman is already close with her parents, right? But at the same time, having something to talk with them about and discuss and bond, I think that's pretty cool. We've had listeners write in about their kids, and that's really awesome too, that they enjoy listening to our podcast and discussing it with their kids. But this is definitely the first time I've heard anyone talk about doing the same thing with their parents.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've never shared our content with my parents.
Me neither.
I don't
think my parents know.
Yeah, I don't think one of my cousins did mention, so my dad knows I have one.
Ooh.
But I suspect he has not listened to any. And if he did, I don't think I could continue if I knew he was listening to me.
Interesting, because I feel like once my parents know that I have a podcast, they will be all over it. And that's one of the reasons I don't tell them.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think I could continue producing. I would shut down the channel.
But why didn't your dad ask how to access your podcast then?
I think he knows he's respecting my boundary.
Ooh.
I think the fact that I didn't proactively tell him, I think he's interpreting as like, oh, maybe he doesn't want me to know.
Very respective.
Yeah, that for sure. My dad, I think, I'm lucky in that way. Yeah, he respects my individuality quite a bit, I believe. Yeah. But no, thank you so much for this.
I also wanted to mention that she also mentioned that both my parents and my husband are from Daegu, so your Gyeongsangdo vibes are very familiar to me. I have Gyeongsangdo vibes.
Well, they also mentioned that they're an F and their husband's a T.
Yeah.
And so when I get emotional and you respond like so logically and
yeah.
unemotionally,
Yeah.
she thinks it's funny. Because it's a similar dynamic between her and her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Cool.
thank you so much for writing in. Subscriber 9440. These emails make our day.
Yes.
All right. So we have to get to our Patreons from the
Ooh.
summer.
Yeah.
As always, if you'd like to support our podcast, you can subscribe to our Patreon and support us. For the minimum cost of $1 a month, you too can get access to our Discord, message us directly, and discuss with other patrons things like your thoughts on our latest episode, suggestions for future episode topics, and just connecting with other listeners in general. So,
obviously, from last episode, we have quite a number of Patreons that we want to shout out. And thank you for subscribing to our Patreon despite of our break. So first, we'll start with Kumpyo.
thank you, Gunpyo.
Thank you, Kumpyo. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, JK Can 1 Event 1.
Canon Event 1.
Oh, Canon Event.
Thank you, JK.
Wait,
Canon Event 1.
Canon Event 1. Thank you, Moon.
Thank you, Moon.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you, Fifi.
Thank you, Fifi.
Thank you, Fifi. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you to Taylor.
And that's it.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous.
All right, that's it for this week. See you next time. Bye.
In 2 weeks.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. Bye.
Let's pretend like this is our first one
Yes.
we're gonna release.
Yay. But what if we don't decide to release this first?
Definitely rusty, but we got it done.